So just how good is a smartphone for photography and indeed street photography? And can you film an entire video using only your smartphone? Well, today we're about to find out. So good morning and welcome to another video and welcome back to the channel. Well, of course you can take some decent images with your smartphone. Most modern smartphones are capable of some quite remarkable images. And the phone that's filming this is no exception. Bit more of that in a minute. And can you film an entire video just using your smartphone? Well, again, of course you can, but is it any good? Well, I guess we're going to find out. I'm back in the streets of Moncton with the Xiaomi 13T smartphone. I bought this phone just for the camera. It has a camera system co-engineered with Leica, 50 megapixel camera with lots of filters and options, including a pro mode which I'm going to be using for most of the images today. Everything you see is going to be filmed or shot on this smartphone. We'll do some nice b-roll, we'll do some images here at the skate park, some nice graffiti round about there as you can see, which might make for some interesting shots. And then we'll head uptown there and see if we can't get some decent images up there. The camera has a couple of colour options, I guess, if you want to call it that. It has Leica Vibrant and Leica Authentic. I think on the 50 megapixel camera, default setting is the Vibrant. So it's quite punchy. A lot of people might not like it, but I like contrasty colours, and the Vibrant certainly will bring out that, especially in this graffiti and stuff. It's kind of similar to Fujifilm Velvia, but not quite as punchy. So it should be interesting. So you can see this interesting graffiti behind me, some amazing colours in there. So I just fired off a couple of shots. First one was in Pro mode, 50 megapixels. Second image was on manual mode, 50 megapixels. And you will see the settings. The camera actually allows me to put the settings along the bottom of the frame on a border, like a Polaroid print type of idea. So I will put them on the screen so you can see the settings. Again, manual mode and Pro mode just to compare. So guys, I've moved away from the skate park and I've just crossed the road to the courthouse building. Fantastic building, full of glass, reflections, that type of stuff. So I do have a couple of filters for this smartphone, a small rig polarizer and a small rig ND filter. So I put the polarizer on and fired off a few shots of the courthouse building, which you can see behind me there. You can see it's rather interesting. Lots of potential for reflections and that type of thing. So I fired off probably half a dozen images, and we'll see how they turn out. If they're any good, they'll be on the screen. We're just heading up towards Main Street here, and fire off a few urban type images. Stuff you've seen me shoot before in previous videos. I've done a couple of street videos from down here. I'm not really calling this one a street video, more urban type images. I don't think there'll be too many people in them, but you never know. We'll head uptown there anyway. We're heading up in that direction onto Main Street, and we'll see what we can capture. I don't like doing too much pieces to camera in the Main Street there, but we'll fire off a few shots anyway and see what we can come up with. There'll be some on the screen now and a few more in the gallery at the end. Stay tuned for that gallery at the end of the video. That's usually where the best shots are. I did fire off a few images back there at the crosswalk. Those crosswalks are always very interesting for images, so we'll see what they turn out like on the smartphone. I'm not sure what else we'll get. A few building reflections for sure. There's not many people around this early in the morning, Sunday morning, but you never know. We'll just fire off a few shots and see what we come up with. So there's one of those crosswalks right behind me there, guys, in front of Old Irish pub there. What I might do is just flip the phone upside down, hold it down close to the rainbow crosswalk, and see what kind of effect we get with that. So guys, I've made my way down to City Hall here in Moncton. Nice building there behind me, and it always makes for some interesting compositions. There's a fountain, there's reflections in the glass, they get these colourful patio chairs set out for summer, some nice flowers. So yeah, there's quite a few things going on, so we'll see if we can fire off a few images here, and if they're any good, they're going to be on the screen. So I've just been wandering around Main Street area, firing off a few random images. A lot of reflections down at City Hall, the flowers, the hanging baskets, the glass, the rainbow crosswalks. A couple of people shots, but they were kind of far away. I did try a few. There's not very many people around for street type images. Apart from the shot earlier down at the skate park, everything has been shot in pro mode. We'll continue on. I'll cross over the street here, walk down the other side, see if I can anything else interesting catches my eye. Could be anything, could be bus shelter like I'm just passing just now, signs, anything at all that's interesting. I'll fire off a few shots, and if they're any good I'll put a few on the screen now, and stay tuned for the gallery coming up at the end. There's going to be some nice shots in the gallery for sure. Not sure what I'm going to do when it comes to processing, guys. I'll process some on the phone for sure. I kind of like the features on the phone for doing a few quick edits, but certainly going to put them probably in Luminar or something like that and do a few more processing techniques on them and see what we can come up with. Not an in-depth review of this phone by any stretch of the imagination, but just to see if you can actually do a video and get some decent street images just by using the smartphone, and I think it'll work out alright. So there you go, guys. Bit of urban street photography with the Xiaomi 13T smartphone. I'm wrapping it up now. I have been firing off just random shots. Did finally manage to get a few people shots shooting through the bus shelters, if you believe it or not. Got a few interesting shots, I think. So I was hoping to do a few more manual exposures, but as I say, everything was done on the Pro mode, 50 megapixels. Did use a polarizer for a few shots. They're probably fairly obvious, the ones with the reflections, stuff like that. But that's about it, guys. So stay tuned for some nice images coming up in the gallery. I hope you've liked what you've seen so far. Did a little bit of B-roll for sure, just to test out the camera. Video is not its strong point. It's certainly a strong point, and certainly the images for sure. So that's it, guys. That's all from Moncton for now. Stay tuned for the gallery coming right up. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers for now. See you in the next one.